So fraction is a part of whole. This is like just a reminder, what do you mean by fraction? Now, in this lesson, we're gonna learn how to rewrite a pair of fractions that they have a common denominator. How can I say like 2 over 5 is equal to 4 over 10 and is equal to 8 over 40. How this fraction is equivalent to this fraction? How do you know that? Oh, sorry, here it's 20. So how is 8 over 20 is equivalent to 2 over 5? Or if I give you now two fractions like 2 over 5 and 3 over 10, okay? How do you write the equivalent fraction to the pair of them? What do we have to do? Let's see here. Now, in order to find the equivalent of a fraction, okay, so to find the, to rewrite, you can say, to rewrite a pair of fractions, so with common denominator. Now, how to rewrite it? Before that, what do you mean by numerator and what do you mean by numerator? Now, I told you before, like if you have 2 over 5, this is a fraction. The number that is up, we call it numerator. And the number that is down, we call it the denominator. So up is, so I would say numerator over denominator. Now, if I have two pair of fractions, such as 2 over 5 and 3 over 6 as an example, how can I rewrite a new fraction that's equivalent to 2 over 5 and equivalent to 3 over 6? What do I mean by equivalent? Equivalent means like if I have 3 over 5, and if I told you now, give me a fraction that's equal to 3 over 5. Can you tell me what do you have to do? Give me a new fraction that's equivalent to 3 over 5. What do you have to do? Who can tell me?
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2. Bravo. You will multiply it by 2 or by 3 or by 4. Any number you want. You just multiply the numerator by 2. And since you multiply it by the numerator by 2, you must multiply the denominator by 2. So then 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is what?
10.
10. So if I give you now 3 over 7, who can tell me how can I rewrite a new fraction that's equal the previous one or the original one? What do I have to do here?
We have to multiply by 2 again.
By 2. Let's say by 4 as an example. I can by 2, by 3, by 4 as I want. 3 times 4 is what?
12.
12. Bravo. 7 over times 4?
28.
28. So 12 over 28 is equivalent fraction to 3 over 7. And 6 over 10 is an equivalent fraction of 3 over 5. This is what I have to do if I have one fraction and I want to write its equivalent. But what about if we have pair of fractions? If we have two fractions that they are together, like like 3 over 5 and 2 over 6. This is pair of fractions. Okay, how can I rewrite the equivalent fraction to both of them? The first step you have to search where are the denominators. What are the denominators? 2 and 3 or 5 and 6?
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
5 and
So
6.
first of all, you will write here the denominators, 5 and 6. Then next. Now, then after that, what do you have to do now? You have to write a multiples
5 and 10.
of them. What do I mean by multiples? Yeah, bravo. What do I mean by multiples? Do you remember now the multiplication table? Do you remember that 5 times 1 is 5? And 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. And then 5 times 8 is 40. Now, this is what we call it, the multiplication table of 5. Now, the second step, you will see it or you will take the products of them. Which are they? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. No, there's something wrong. There's 5 times 5 here. I forget it. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. These are, we call them multiples of 5. So what are the multiples of 5? They are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So I ask you now to write the first 8 multiples. So this is the first step. So the first step, where is my numerator, my denominator? This is my denominator. It's 5. And the second one, it's 6. I will take the 5. I will take the 5 and 6. Then I will write the multiples of 5. What are the multiples of 5? They are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. Now then, I will do the same steps for 6. What are the multiples of 6? 6 times 1?
6.
6 times 2?
12.
12. 6 times 3?
18.
18. 6 times 4?
24.
24. 6 times 5?
30.
30. 6 times 6?
36.
36. 6 times 7?
42.
42. And 6 times 8?
48.
40. So the first step, as I told you now, you have to write the multiples of 5 and 6, or we can say the multiples of the denominator. Now then, I will search where are the common multiple. So the first step, I will write the multiples of the denominator. The second step, I will find the common multiple. What do I mean by the common multiple? Like here we have 5. Look at, search about the commons. What are the commons here? We have, who can tell me? 30. So this is only the common. So where are the commons here? They are 30. So then after that, what do I have to do next now? I will write 3 over 5 and 2 over 6. But now I will change I will rewrite the new equivalent denominator. What is the new equivalent denominator? Which is the common multiple, which is 30. So I will write now the 2 fractions But now I want to write the equivalent one of them. Now, how can I will take the common denominator, which is 30. Then, but if I change the denominator, her sister, the numerator, want to change herself too. So what do I have? I will ask myself, what is the number? If I multiply it by 5, I get 30.
6.
6, bravo.
6.
And since I multiply the denominator by 6, I have to multiply the numerator by 6. So now the new equivalent fraction is 18 over 30. The second one now. How can I make 6 to be 30? What do I have to do? Multiply it by 5. Bravo. And since I multiply the denominator by 5, I have to multiply the numerator by 5. And then 2 times 5 is what?
10.
10. Bravo. So now, after I finish this, I rewrite the fractions with a common denominator. Both of them have a common denominator, which is 30. So 3 over 5 and 2 over 6, they have a common denominator, which is 30. So the equivalent fraction to 3 over 5 is 18 over 30, and to 2 over 6 is 10 over 30, which have the same denominator. Got it now?
Yes, teacher.
So the first step, I will write the multiples of the denominator. Then I will see where are the common multiples. Then I will rewrite the fractions with a common denominator. And since I multiplied, or since I changed the denominator, I must change the numerator. Got it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's solve now more examples in order to understand. So we will use a common denominator or a common multiple of 2 or more denominators to write a fraction that they have at the same part of whole. Here now we have I forgot to write the questions maybe. Oh. Here do we have? Here we have. Sorry, I forgot to write the question. Here we have Sarah planted 2 gardens. Or one type of plants. I mean, 2. There are 2. One of them, like I have a vase. You can say like this. She have make a vase like this. 2 vases now. One of them, it has 3 flowers, and one of them, it has 4 flowers. Then one had 3 sections of flowers and the other had 4 sections of flowers. She plans to divide both gardens into more sections so they have the same number of equal sized fraction. Now, sections, sorry. So how many sections will each garden have? What do I mean? I mean like here, she wants to put or plant a section. Okay. And she wants at the end they have the same number of equal the same number of sections. So now she wants to decide to plant one from the first plant. Now then, so here, if we have an now, so here we have 1 over 3, and here we have 1 from 4. So the first flower is 1 over 3, and the second one is 1 over 4. I will rewrite them, have the same equivalent fraction. So as I told you, the first step, you have to write the multiples of 3 and the multiples of 4. Why do I choose 3 and 4? Because they are the denominators. Now, so the first step, make a list of the first 8 non-zero multiples of 3 and 4. Then circle the common multiples. Then use one of the common multiples as a common denominator. So let's see now, or let's start now with how to write the multiples of 3. What are the multiples of 3? 3 times 1?
3.
3. 3 times 2?
6.
3 times 3?
9.
3 times 4?
12.
3 times 5?
15.
15. 3 times 6? 18. 3 times 7? 21. 3 times 8? So be careful. When you start, you have to start with 3 times 1. Non-zero. Don't say 3 times 0. Start from 3 times 1. Then yalla. Multiples of 4. 4 times 1.
4.
4 times 2.
8.
8. 4 times 3.
12.
12. 4 times 4.
16.
16. 4 times 5.
20.
20. 4 times 6.
24.
4 times 7.
28.
And 4 times 8. 32. Now, what are then the second step? You have to circle the common multiples.
It's a 12 and 12.
12 and
12.
24. So what are the common multiples here? 12 and
24.
24. Now, use one of the common multiples as a common denominator. Let's choose first 12. So I will choose one of them as a common denominator. Then the second step, I will ask myself, how can I make 3 to be 12?
Multiply it by 4. By 4.
And since you multiply the denominator by 4, you have to multiply by the numerator by the same number. So 1 times 4 is?
4.
4. Thank you. The second one, how can I make 4 to be 12?
Multiply by 2. Multiply
And how
by
can I make 1 to be oh, sorry. You multiply it by 3 down, so you have to multiply it by the numerator by 3. So 1 times 3 is?
3.
3. So it will be now 3 over 12 and 4 over 12. This is how to write the common multiples with a common denominator. You can choose 12, you can choose 24. Be careful. If you change the denominator, you must change the numerator. Don't keep it as it is. You change the denominator, you must change the numerator.
Okay.
Now, so both of the gardens, they could have 12. You have to write the common denominators, 12 over or 24 sections. Now, this is page 369. Did you finish writing? No? Now, all of you, please go to your book, page 370. Let's solve these 4 questions. Then we get back to example 3. Number 1. Find a common denominator of 1 over 6 and 1 over 9. Then rewrite the pair of fractions using the common denominator. This is the first step. Yalla, who can help me now? 6.
Can I? I'm Haneen.
I'm Sarah.
6 and 9.
Teacher, I'm Sarah.
I'm Haneen.
Yes, Sarah. Sarah, yalla, what are the multiples of 6?
The multiples of 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36.
Yalla,
And
6. Wait. Yalla, you have 6 too. 6 times 1 is 6.
yes,
12, 18, aywa, 24, continue.
30, 36,
36,
42,
42,
and
48.
48.
Bravo. Now 9. 9,
And 9, 18, 27,
27. Bravo.
36, 45,
54,
54,
63,
and 63, and
72.
72.
Now, what are the common denominators?
36 and 36, and also for 50.
So 18, say one of them. 18 and
18 and 18 and
no,
36.
18 and 36. So what are they?
Okay, so 18,
You know, take one of them. What do you want? What do you prefer, 18 or 36?
18.
18. Okay. Now then, rewrite the pair of fractions using the common denominator. I will write 18 down, and down here is 18. Now, how do you make 6 to be 18?
Multiplied by 3.
By 3, and up by?
Multiplied by 3 also.
So what is the common?
So
What is the fraction will be?
3 over
18. Bravo. The second one, how you make 9 to be 18?
multiplied by 2.
And up?
By 2.
By 2. So how it will be?
9.
2 over?
2 over 18.
18. Thank you so much, Sarah. Now, number 2, Haneen.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Haneen. And number 2 here. What do you have? We have 1 over 3 and 1 over 5. Let's write the multiples of 3 and 5. Yalla, what are the multiples of 3?
3 multiplied by 1, 3. 3 multiplied by 2, 6. 3 multiplied by 3, 9. 3 multiplied by 4, 12. 3 multiplied by 5, 50. And
By 6, 18. By 7,
21.
21. By 8,
24.
24. Now 5. Yalla. 5.
5 multiplied by 1, 5. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. 5 multiplied by 3, 15. 5 multiplied by 4 is 20. 5 times 5, 25. 5 times 6, 30. 5 times 7, 35. And 8, 40.
Now then, what are the common multiples here? Or what is the common multiple?
15 and 15.
15. Bravo. So the common multiple here is, or the common denominator, sorry, is 15. So now, what do you have to do? You have to write both of them like this. Then equals, here is 15, equals, here is 15. Yeah. Then how you will make 3 to be 15? Times what?
times 5.
5 and up
5.
5. So it will be now
It will be 5 and 15.
over 15. And the second one, how do you make 5 to be 15? Times what?
Times 3.
Times 3. So it will be
3 over 15.
3 over 15. Thank you. Number 4. Who can help me with number 4 now? Yes, Hunada. Yes, Hunada. Number 4. Two. Now, where are the denominators here?
9 and 15. So
9 and 15. Bravo. Yalla, what are the multiples of 9?
okay. 1 times 9 equals 9. 2 times 9 equals 18.
Aywa.
3 times 9 equals 27. 4 times 9 equals
36.
36. 5 times 9 equals
45.
5. 6 times 9 equals 36.
54.
54. 7 times 9 equals 63. 8 times 9 equals 72. 9 times 9 equals 81.
Okay, so stop here. Now then, what about 15? 15 times 1?
15 times 1 equals 15.
15 times 2?
Equals 30.
30. 15 times 3? 45. I'll help you. 15 times 4? 60. Plus 15, 75. Plus 17, 15, sorry, it's 90. I will add 15 each time. Now then here, what is the common denominator?
What
45. Good job. So the common denominator here is 45. So here, 2 over 9 and 1 over 15.
when it will be the denominator 45. What is
Hello,
the
so,
number?
anyway, now how you make 9 to be 45?
It will be 5.
By 6, by 5, sorry, Eva. And up by?
And up by 5 also.
So 2 times 5 is?
10.
10. So it is 10 over 45. The second one, how is 5 is 45? You multiply it by what?
Multiply by 9.
And up by?
And up by 9 also.
So it will be 9 over?
9 over 45.
9 over 55. Thank you. Here, that's 5. It's 15. I'm sorry. One over 15. How you make 15 by 4? It will be by 3, by 3. So it will be 3 over 45. Thank you so much, Fernanda.
Welcome.
Okay, now let's get back to example here. This one. In this example, we're gonna do the same steps, but we will use the least common denominator. The first one you choose any denominators you want. Now I will choose the least one. And if you go back to this example here, as you remember, we found that there is 12. Here there was 12, and there was 12, and there's I think 24 and 24. And I told you now choose, what do you want? Choose one of the common multiples. Why? Because I asked you now to find the common denominator. But if I ask you to use the least common denominator, you have to write the multiples of the numbers. Then you don't take any common as you want. No, you have to write the least common. What do I mean? Like here. This is the find the least common denominators. First of all, sorry, to rewrite the least common denominators of 3 and over 4 and 1 over 6. Then this is the first step. Use the least common denominator to find the equivalent fraction. Like here, what are the denominators? They are 4 and what? 4 and 6. Is it right?
Yes, the 4 and 6.
Yeah, then now, what are the multiples of 4, Yamuna?
Multiple of 4.
Yes.
4.
4 times 1.
4.
4 times 2.
8.
8. 4 times 3.
12.
12. 4 times 4.
15.
16. 4 times
5 equals
5. 20. 4 times 6.
6 equals 24.
24. 4 times
1
7.
equals
28. 4 times 8.
32.
32. And so on. What about 6? 6. 12.
12. 18. 24.
24. Now see, girls, when you write them, did you find any of them they are common? Up to here, did you find any of them they are common?
12 and 24. But
No,
we will
let's first, I want you now to find the least common. Okay, we have 12 and we have 24. But what is the least one?
the 12.
12. So I will choose the 12. So what is the least common denominator?
12.
12. So I will do the same steps, but now I will choose the least one. Now, sometimes if you find one of them, they are common, don't continue. I stop here and use the 12. Now then, yes, Mona, the next one. Here, you rewrite it as 12, as we know before. So 3 over 4, it's something over 12. How do you make 4 to be 12? You multiply it by what?
3.
By 3. And up by?
3 also.
3. Bravo. So 3 times 3 is?
9.
9. And 4 times 3?
4 times 3, 12.
So 3 over 4, it can be written as 9 over 12. Now the second one, 1 over 6. How you make 6 to be 12? You multiply it by what?
2.
By 2. And up you have to multiply it by? 2. Now then, 1 times 2 is?
1 times 2 equals 2.
2. And 6 times 2 is?
12.
12. So it is 2 over 12. Is it clear?
Yes, it's super clear and easy.
Okay. Now who wants to help me faster to solve number 5? Okay, who wants to help me?
I am Sarah.
No, not Sarah. Other not Sarah, not Hanin, not Huna, not Huna. Malak Anas. Yes, Malak. Yeah. Number 5.
So first,
9 and 15. Yalla, what are the multiples of them?
okay. 9 times 1 equal 9. 9 times 2 equal 18. 9 times 3 equal 27. 4 times 9 equal 36. And 9 times 5 equal 45.
Yes, stop here. Yalla, 15.
15 times 5 equal 15. I mean, sorry,
30 times
30.
plus 15. 45 plus 15.
64.
60. So what is the least common multiple here?
9.
Where's 9? How 9?
Here it's
The least common multiple. LCM, it means least common multiple.
multiple.
Okay, and we can say write it as, okay, our least common denominator. LCD, it's least common denominator. Yalla, what is the least common denominator here?
30.
How 30? They are common and up and down. It's 45. Miss.
45.
So here 5 over 9
Equal 40.
and 4 over 15. Yeah, now how you will make 9 to be 45? You multiply it by what?
Here we multiply it
By
5.
and up by 5.
9.
5 times 5 is
25.
25. And how to make 15 to be 45?
We multiply it by
3
3.
and up by 3. 4 times 3 is 4 times 3 is
12.
12. So what are the equivalent fractions? They are 25 over 45 and 12 over 45.
Yeah.